welcome to the party. Let's talk about tonight's topic here. We are going to, by the way, this is Cooper's Mark. This stuff is fucking incredible. Maple flavored bourbon whiskey. I love this shit. This shit's good as fuck. Goes down real smooth. You can drink a big boy like this and you'll be sitting pretty. God damn, that's good shit. God damn. Now that shit is really good, man. That's not even me fronting. That's good shit. If you like bourbon whiskey. If you got a pair of balls, okay, you'll probably like this shit. If you don't, you know who you are. You might prefer a little Smirnoff. Sorry, buddy. You know who you are. Anywho, tonight's topic, you know I don't prepare for any of this shit. I just fucking pour a glass and I start talking. Tonight's topic is going to be called Developing Your Spider Senses. Check out this sick fucking backdrop, man. 3-dimensional computer graphics, blue screen technology, aka air mattress behind me. It works. No technology yet. You could chug this shit, but I'd still sip it because you're a fucking man. Anyways, a gentleman, I should say. Let me get it out of my mustache. So tonight's topic is developing your spider sense. Spider-Man. So when you think of spider senses, for anybody who's ever grown up and watched TV in their life, Spider-Man knows when he's in danger, when danger's around because of his spidey senses, right? So when you're a white belt and you first start off, you are fucking lost. You have no spider senses. Some guy grabs your collar and you're like, oh, he has my collar. Okay, no big deal. 2 seconds later, you're going from a fucking collar choke to an arm bar to a triangle. And you never saw one thing coming. But it all started with that collar grip. So, I guess this pertains to white belts and early blue belts, but by the time you're getting to your blue, you're starting to get aware. I think this process evolves all the way through black belt. Not there yet, but I'm sure just the process that I've seen for myself, it's one of these things that just continues to evolve. And that is your sense of awareness. When is danger around the corner? And it's awesome because, you know what the bitch of it is you'll start to develop this ability. You'll think, he's got this, I know it's coming, so you bang, you pull. Like, you know, if some guy throws his legs up and he tries to shove one arm in, the fucking triangle's right there. So you boom, pop that bitch through upside down in a triangle. Oh, now if you really are a little further along, oh, no, now here comes an arm bar. Oh, shit, on the fly, you know. Roll, moving around, keep scrambling. You've developed. Now, if you're fucking even more higher level, the triangle would have never taken place because you would have stopped that right away. You felt it as soon as he started creeping his legs up your back in the guard. That's where it really started. Didn't start when he opened up and pushed your arm, but it started when he creeped his legs. He had his guard go up your back. So that's the attention to detail. That's developing your spider sense. If you're just starting, you can't sense that yet. But work on that. So how do you work on that? I think what you should do is, besides drilling gets you comfortable with feeling, is do slow rolls with people. Take some time out from the gym. Go before class. Stay after class. If your professor's not okay with it, meet at somebody's house and do it. Go to the park and put on a show for people. But what you should do is slow roll where you're not looking for submissions. But the other guy, it allows him to flow. He's going to constantly look for submission attempts. He's going to keep trying to get submissions. The thing is, if he gets you in a submission and you were able to defend it, great. But nonetheless, he got too far. Because you really should have stopped it when he had wrist control. But this is where you start developing that sense. So again, this is for the earlier belts, which I think are primarily my target. Because most of these people, when you first start jiu-jitsu, you're lost. And I think about my experience in jiu-jitsu. My first experience in jiu-jitsu actually was, let's say my second experience in jiu-jitsu. I was trained under a serious professor, a guy who was, I think at the time, a third-degree black belt under Royler Gracie, legit all the way, good details. But nonetheless, you're still lost. You're still left to pick up the pieces. And I remember I used to think, how the fuck is nobody helping me? And people used to say, oh, well, that's how they do it in Brazil. It's Brazilian. That's the style of Brazil, They keep it, you're going to learn through this process or that process. Cool. So something that would have taken me 2 weeks to figure out, it took me fucking 3 to 4 months. I don't think that's acceptable. We've got to work as a team. You got to work with your teammates and try to perfect yourself. So you need to become aware of when you're in danger. Because of the fact, if you really start getting a good sense of awareness, which mine's not perfect, I'm getting better. And I was just going to say, what sucks is when your sense of awareness is there. Your sense of awareness is there. You know what the fuck's happened to you, but the guy who's doing it to you is just so fucking good, you can't stop it. And you're like, God damn, man, I felt that move 5 fucking steps ago, but some bitch, he sure got it on me, Like certain chokes, it's like, God, I know what's coming. I'm doing everything in my power to stop it. But this motherfucker's gonna catch me. And that's just the name of the game. He's got more experience than you. When he taps you out, say thanks because that was awesome. I just became better today. Speaking of that, I was actually thinking, I was like, if I could fight 2 people, who would it be, right? This made me think of Fight Club. I grew up watching that movie. Well, I didn't grow up, but I liked seeing that movie. So you should think about this. 2 people I could fight. Who would it be? I'd fight Mike Tyson in his prime, and I'd fight Rickson Gracie in his prime. Now, some people are like, you'd get your fucking ass handed to you. You're damn right I would. I'd get the shit whomped out of me so fucking quick. I wouldn't even have a chance to have my head spinning. I wouldn't even know what the fuck probably happened. But your greatest loss, I'm going to quote this shit because this is going to become my shit. I'm going to make a t-shirt. Or maybe someone already said it, so fuck it. Your greatest loss can become your best victory. It can become your greatest lesson. So I say if I could get beat by Mike Tyson, which he would beat the shit out of me, I just hope it's long enough that I can at least pick up some movement. Not just, hey, boom, and I'm fucking dead, having a seizure on the ground. Or Rickson, scramble at least enough before he chokes my ass out. But just to feel them, which sounds gay as shit, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying. Just to feel them. Because, man, imagine, and this all ties into your spider senses, imagine what you could take away from that loss. I remember my first tournament. I think it was my first tournament. I just went in. I was training straight Thai boxing, but I was into some jiu-jitsu, and I was like, fuck it. I heard about these IBJJF or whatever tournaments going on. Let me try this. What is this? This is like it was like the Open or something. It was actually a fucking huge tournament, and I just went into it. So first thing off the bat, I get my takedown. I get in a half guard. I'm going to side control. I get collar choked. Very, very basic technique. I think it's like the Helio Gracie move, I got collar choked. And I had no fucking clue how to defend it. I didn't know I was in danger. I didn't feel anything. But I'll tell you what, since that day, I can't tell you the last time somebody collar choked me. So imagine what you could learn from a guy so great like Rickson or a guy like Mike Tyson to just knock me the fuck out of the universe and be like, holy shit, man, that's power. That's movement. Or for Rickson, that's fluidity. Imagine your sense of awareness afterwards. Or maybe if after Mike Tyson, your sense of brain damage. Who knows? But that all ties together full circle. I'm talking about spider senses. So work on that because that is something you need to develop. And who says it needs to take 10 years to get good at it? It's like if you want to get good at a squat, you need to do squats. But then you need to work accessory muscles. You need to do functional movements that will benefit your squat. It's almost like drilling. If you want to get a better sense of awareness, you can go the long route and just train, and every time something gets sets up or sometimes you get submitted, you say, okay, well, I'm getting a little closer to feeling that. But drill that. Let somebody flow with you. What is it, Sean Williams? He has a good video on flow rolling where you do submission after submission, chain submissions. But it gets the guy comfortable. But it's not even, you don't have to go that deep into it. Just get yourself aware. Get yourself training with somebody that's willing to work with you. Or just make it, fuck it. Make it in your head. When you get on the mat tonight, let's see what he does. But be very aware. to say, fuck it, I'm not going to submit you. I will pass. I'll do everything I can in my power to keep movement happening. If you give me a submission, I'm fucking sure as shit going to take it. But that's not my objective tonight. My objective tonight is to focus on what you are trying to do to me. Because I'll tell you, man, there's several times I can be on the mat and there can be a guy that's super athletic, because I'm not. He can be super athletic. But you know what, at the end of the day, I know what you want, and I'm not going to give it to you. So you can float around and butt fuck all over me, but I'm not going to give you anything. So how far are you really getting? In the world of a tournament? Yeah, are you beating me by points? Sure. In a street fight, have you done any damage? Have I taken any damage? No. I'm going to let you burn your battery out. Jiu-jitsu, my friends. So, work on your spidey senses. They will thank you later. I think that covers that topic. If you have questions, hit me up. My next topic coming up pretty soon. I'm going to try to do an actual series on this that's going to lead into my playlist, because I kind of already revealed it just now, so I wasn't going to talk about it, but I'm going to let you know. So you look out in the world of jiu-jitsu, especially in competition. It's a huge world now. You look at the DVD market. It's a huge market. You know, being the little guy, how to beat the big guy. You never see the big guy beating the little guy, because they just assume you're fucking big. Yeah, dude, you know how hard it is being a bigger dude trying to hold on to a little squirrely fucking rat? But that's another topic. What I'm thinking about making a series on, and you can comment, is as I'm getting older, I understand that my athletic abilities have slowed a little bit. But that doesn't mean I don't want to stop training with 18-year-olds and 22-year-olds and all that good shit. I don't mind that. But I have to have an answer for their levels of energy, their athleticism. So I want to put together a series of my own videos. Obviously, I'm not selling shit because nobody even gives a fuck about me. But it's good for me to know in my head, but it's good for other people out there that might be dealing with the same thing. You always hear how to deal with this, how to deal with this. Well, I think it's important that guys like me or women who are training with men that are athletic, how to deal with somebody that's athletic when you're not, right? Because the problem is, it's kind of like when I talked about that pressure series. When I talked about people using pressure, they'll fucking drown you. And if you try to keep up with them, you drown faster. Your energy bar goes beep. You know, so it's how do I, not being as athletic as the next guy, deal with his athleticism? How do I not give him what he wants? And this is something I work on a lot. I don't talk about it, but it's something I work on because I don't like getting tired on the mat. I don't like getting tired on the mat from a younger guy and a younger belt. Maybe that's my ego, and it probably is, but I have way too many years in this sport and in this art to make fuck-ups like that, like getting tired and let my brain scramble. I don't like that feeling at all. So that's going to be another series. There's probably going to be multiple series because I might even show some techniques. You know, I'm not a fucking technician, but I know what works for me, and I'm the kind of guy like, hey, if it works for me, try it. If it works for you, fucking awesome, keep it, share it with somebody else. If it doesn't, hey, you never know, right? So anyways, guys, thanks for listening. I think we're in 13 minutes, which means you already went to sleep 10 minutes ago. And I'll talk to you next time. Until the next drink, I'll see you.